Hello, YouTube. I was gonna do this differently, but my computer refuses to connect to my hotspot, so I'll do it on my phone because I can't even get Excel to open because I can't update my information. Which is the downside of not paying for home internet separate from my cell phone, but also usually my hotspot works. I don't know why it's not working. But to the point, I am doing a debt confession, and I will be doing everything on my cell phone while filming with my computer because that's how today is working out. And yes, I am semi-recumbent in bed right now. I have chronic illness and just a little flare up. But I need to put this out there so that maybe I can get some accountability to work on it, because it feels like I blinked and now I have $26,000 in credit card debt. And yes, I do understand that's not how it works. I know how I got into debt, but I have working memory issues and time dysphoria and other issues with executive function, and I don't see things in stages. Things are fine. They're fine. Oh my god, everything is awful. I don't see mediocre. I don't see any spectrum in between. It's good until it's really bad. I have the same problem with cleaning. It's fine. It looks fine. And I live in a pigsty. There's no in between. Other people can see the in between. They'll be like, oh gosh, it's a little messy. I'll look around and be like, I have no idea what you're talking about. I don't see it. I don't see it getting a little worse. Unfortunately, this isn't the first time this has happened to me. I got myself out of debt before, but then I made the mistake of thinking I could use cashback rewards responsibly, and I did for years. And I don't know, I guess I got complacent because suddenly I blinked and $26,000 in credit card debt. And I paid it off, making a lot less than I make now last time, so yay! But also things cost a lot more than they did when I was in debt last time. Yeah. I quit drinking soda a couple of months ago. I'm past the physical cravings, but I still really crave it because it's also a psychological addiction. But I quit because I just couldn't afford it anymore. And also because I was self-medicating with caffeine, and I now medicate multiple issues. I was self-medicating with caffeine with prescription drugs, which is probably the healthier choice. I'm sleeping better. But God, do I want a soda. I want it so bad. I really do. I really do. What was I talking about? I should call this finances and digressions. Yeah. I don't really have people in my life I feel comfortable being my accountability buddies for finances because I have some judgy people in my life. Obviously, those would never be the choice, but I also have some people who would be really well-meaning and try to help in ways that would be flat out unhelpful, and others that would try to help in ways that would feel downright burdensome. Aubrey, if you ever stumble upon this, I hope you don't feel burdened by the help that I gave you, because I know I had to really twist your arm, but you have no idea how much you helped me. Like, I've tried to express it to you. I really don't think you understand. I would never have gotten through all those garage sales. I wouldn't have gotten through my first garage sale if I had been keeping the money for myself. And just so we're clear, that was between my debt cycles. Like, I wasn't ignoring $20,000 of credit card debt while we were doing that. But I did desperately need somebody else to be the recipient so that I would keep going, because otherwise I really would have quit halfway through the first garage sale, and I think I was on the borderline of level 4 hoarding, and I really, 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 really needed the help that you gave me to de-hoard. And maybe I shouldn't have used your name, but it's okay, because anybody who knows both of us probably knows the situation already. And also, I know multiple Aubreys. And if you're Aubrey and you know me, and you have no idea what I'm talking about, it's a different Aubrey. Hoarding. What was I talking about? I'm creeping back into hoarding mode, too. That's its own issue. I probably won't put my face on it if I ever put that on Facebook, because people are mean. People are really, really mean. Like, you might be mean about my finances, but also I know how I got in debt. Some of those purchases I absolutely do not regret, and some of them I would never in a million years have made it if I had been in a bit better mental place at the time I made them. But that's a therapy conversation. Y'all aren't my therapist. I mean, I don't care if you know, it's just you knowing doesn't help me work through it. Right. So, I have opened all of the tabs, sadly on my phone and not my computer, and I will be making an Excel spreadsheet, sadly on my phone and not my computer, but if I don't do this now, I'm not going to do it, so let's have the most scintillating video ever. Let us start. Oh, I think I did forget to open one tab, and that is Marcus, which is not going to be impressive. But it won't be negative. It's positive balance. Ugh. For whatever reason, the screen protector on my phone will not recognize my fingerprint unless I'm wearing lotion. I tried resetting it. It cannot read my fingerprint without lotion. Bizarre. I don't want you to suggest a password. I'm not signing up. I'm signing in. Weirdo. Let me in my account. Let's verify your access. What great timing. You've sent a one-time use code. To stop myself from saying it out loud. Not that it would help you, because it will already have been done, but I'm pretty bad about saying my codes out loud while I type them in. So this is my emergency account, but sadly, I had to use my emergency account. So I have a whopping $88.32 in my high yield savings account. It's great. $88.32. I know I said Excel on my phone, but apparently I uninstalled that. So Sheets it is. Excel is by far superior to Sheets. Fight me. My storage is full. I just emptied my storage. Keeps showing up with these things that I don't even want. Anyways. Oh, this is going to be a pain in the butt to do on the phone, but we're doing it, or it's not going to get done. $88.32 net value on that one. So next we'll go to Capital One. Where I have a savings, a checking, and a credit card. $160, $63 in checking, $151.32 in savings. Then the credit card, which is a negative balance of $13,662.65. $13,662.65. I almost forgot to make it a negative. Okay. I'm going to go ahead and get the minimum payment and interest rate. Loading. Just show me the thing. Why are you being so weird? There we go, it loaded. Minimum payment $447. Interest rate. Where are you? 27.24%. I did start at one point trying to get somewhere with this, and whether you called it Snowball or Avalanche, they both pointed to Capital One to be the first. It was lower at the time. It's its own issue. It took me a lot of adjustment to switch to spending only on my debit card because I just wasn't used to it. Anyways, now, honestly, the two credit cards are close enough that it doesn't make that big of a difference. Marcus. I am looking for Chase. Chase Bank, where are you? In my savings, or not my savings, this one's a checking account. In my checking account, $1412.86. $1412.86 because I just got paid. So that's Chase checking. And then Chase is my Amazon Prime card. Best choice ever. I don't have Amazon Prime anymore, but I do have Audible because I'm having trouble cutting that cord, mainly because I'm grandfathered in on a plan that, I mean, I use Audible, but I'm grandfathered on a plan that is way better than anything they offer now. Way better. So anyways, that is $13,487.92. won't forget the negative this time. 13,487.92. And that is 92 cents. The good news is I don't have any more credit cards. Let's see. This one, part of the problem is I stopped using it. I never reloaded the card after I stopped having Prime. The cashback benefits weren't as great, so I was using the other one, but Audible still comes out of it, which I was fully aware of, but I don't think I fully understood how much I was spending on Amazon subscriptions. I mean, it's not like I was buying things I don't need. They are the cheapest source of my cat food, which is expensive. But, yay. Anyways, minimum payment, $402. $402. Oh, the APR went up, so Capital One is not the avalanche method. APR 28.24%. I could have sworn it was 23 last time I looked, but I can't even open my documents on my computer, so no way to check. Okay. And then I have one more little itty bitty savings account. And that's just to get a discount on my insurance. Banking. Got $20.44 in my USAA bank account. When did I accidentally switch this to that format? Please be more cooperative. I would like to input text, not just numbers. Where did my keyboard go? Where did my keyboard go? Surely there's a way to get back to the normal keyboard. Why are you only allowing me numbers? It was fine a second ago. Fine. Whatever. Got it back. Don't ask how Google Pixel keyboards work. They're just a mystery. Okay. So that is all of my savings accounts, but I'm going to check PayPal, see if I have anything sitting in there from, the apps that pay you to do the shit you were going to do anyways. There's even one that'll pay you for Pokemon Go. No, I do not want a debit card. Oh, $0. Okay. Let's go to my RV loan. And you may be thinking, RV loan, why don't you just sell that? This is my RV. I live in it. Oh. Let's go play the, what is my username game. I know the password. There we go. Oh, no. It says, did you forget your username? Yes, I did. Yes, I did. God, I don't even know which email address this is stuck to. So prepared. I said I opened the tabs. I didn't say I made sure they were signed in. in code. Now the question is, did I ever... Oh, good. I did put my new phone number in it. Phew. You want my account number? Well, obviously I picked the wrong email address. Got username. Let's try Gmail. Verification code, you could come through anytime now. Verification code, where are you? Hello? This is fun. Sorry, I have one more idea of what my username might be. Okay, well, that was fun. Let's just pull up my statement instead of today's information. Your e-statement is ready. I did put in the right email the first time. Loading, loading, loading. Why don't I have my username saved is the real question. Oh my gosh, that's dumb. I know my username. Yes, you can text me, but will you actually text me this time? They did. Okay. I did not. Hello. I accidentally hit the suggested text response instead of copying the code, because I assumed it was letting me copy the code. It wasn't. Continue. Okay. $20,000, $760, and $20,763.13. 2763.13. You gonna let me type? Negative. 2763. 13. I'm not terribly worried about paying this one off quickly. My minimum payment is, well, it's $228.19, but I have it scheduled as $229 every month, and I'm going to leave that alone. So I'm putting it in as though it were $229. interest rate is 8.49%, which is why I'm leaving it alone. The credit cards are way worse. 8.49. I would like for you to stop switching into the keypad mode of your own volition without giving me an easy way to get back. I don't approve. I'm not going to do my student loans. I am a headache of paperwork away from them being forgiven. So I've got to try my last employer again because... But once I get everything through, it will be fine. And as long as it's taking to get my employment certified, first, I appear to be the first employee of that library system to ever do PSLF because I had to get them approved as an eligible employer first, or this would have been done a long time ago. But thanks to that, I may not have to do the forbearance buyback because I may have had enough months to have made up for it. Joy. It's not like it actually changes what I'm paying, but sorry, it likes falling asleep. But it's annoying and I don't like it. I hate how grainy this image is, but like I said, I gotta do this, and I wasn't gonna do it unless I did it how the technology cooperated. Okay. And again, I live in my RV. My first RV was paid off, but... Oh, hi. Oh, hi. Hi, Atticus. Are you jealous? Hi, Atticus. Can you purr real loud for them? Can you purr real loud? Okay. Bye. I live in my RV with 5 cats. But yeah, my last RV was paid off, but there were reasons for me buying a little bigger one so I could make it a cat paradise. And I'd be in a better position if I'd made a different choice on who to sell it to, but I didn't. I let my heart lead me, and it's okay because that puppy, so cute, was in this teeny tiny little camper. And when I say puppy, I mean full grown Husky Malamute mix. They never walked him. Tiny camper. Half the size of the one I sold to them. Sold. I've received, I think, like $400. They still owe me a couple thousand. And I could have gotten a couple thousand more if I'd gone with the people who were going to pay me cash right away, but I could not stand the situation that dog was living in. Also, he reminded me of my Chinookers. I had the sweetest Husky Malamute. Husky Malamutes tug at my heart. Also, you would be surprised how many Huskies live in RVs with people who never walk them. Do you know what kind of dog you have? Because you don't seem to. Gosh. Just noticing how thick my neck is. You should have seen it a few months ago before I got diagnosed with silent reflux. I had 3 chins. Right. That would be where the digressions come in. My brain is a lovely roller coaster ride. I don't regret the decision. I mean, sometimes I kind of do because I'd like to have the money, but it's not the first time I've dropped thousands on an animal. It won't be the last. They're usually my animal, but that poor puppy. Right. we got through my RV loan and established that I'm not going to add in my student loans. I'm on a $0 payment right now, and I have done my PSLF. I just need 3 years certified. So helpful. Okay. I also have a retirement fund. It's about $12,000. I'm not gonna touch that. What I am trying to figure out is, do I pull my money out of Acorns? Because in Acorns, I have $2,157.98. $2,157.98, and I stopped contributing some time ago. It has grown quite nicely. I need to really sit down and see how long this is going to take me to pay off. I probably need to pull it out. But I'm 38. So the $12,000 in retirement and the contributions I've earned so far from a couple of pension accounts, they're not great. The $12,000 is in one of the pension accounts. The other one is pretty small, but it's the other public employee pension in the state I'm in, so there's a chance I will go back, and it is enough that it will at least be a little something. So that's why I haven't pulled it out. I did pull out my Wyoming retirement because I'm never going back to Wyoming. Thank you. And it was more valuable to me to buy an RV so that I could take the job that I took to leave Wyoming. So we didn't buy the whole RV. My dad's life insurance also bought part of the RV. Most of the RV. The one I sold. People. So that's Acorns. I also have a couple of stocks with E-Trade, but I cannot get into my account for the life of me, which is not great. And then I have Stash downloaded on my phone. Do I have anything in it? I have no idea. Let's find out. It remembers a sign-in. They texted my old phone number. I need a new method. Text or call the same phone number. Not helpful. Where's the email option? You can't change your phone number until you log in using your phone number. I am not calling that 800 number today, so we'll just ignore Stash for now. The logic. I was getting so many spam numbers on my old phone because it was in a data breach. I had to change my number. And in public, I have a whopping 2113. But I will put it down. My stocks in Acorn have gotten up. My stocks in public is showing wah. But I'm sure it wasn't that much to start with. And that's just how the stock market works. It's a game of averages. 2113. Probably lose a few dollars in pulling it out, but I'll leave that for now. Ellevest. The Ellevest mobile app is no longer supported. That's helpful. Log in on a web browser. That's not a login page. Thank you. Continue to log. How many times do I have to tell you I want to log in? I don't know. Select passwords. Good. If the password, but not the username. Seriously, do I already have to reapply lotion? Insane. I need to fix this. I really do. If only to save on my lotion costs. Okay, I have lotion on my finger now. Thank you. So mean. Which of these 3 passwords do we think is correct? Because bet it's not all of them. Not that one. It didn't like that one. Delete that one. Let's try that one. Boop. Nope. Boop. None of them. Well, isn't that a joy? To be clear, I did find my username. That's how I know it's the password that's wrong. Int alert. Login attempt. Yes, thank you. Oh. Okay. I just searched Ellevest in the email, looking for it. Your Ellevest account has been transferred to Betterment. Claim your account. The page you requested could not be found. This is going well. Listen, y'all. I'm not gonna edit this. Oh, this is real time. Log in, maybe, if I can. Should it be get started? I don't know how to do. I tried to claim my account, it didn't work. I'm so confused. I claimed my account, and it says the page you What? Listen, y'all. I don't. I have no idea what's happening. How do I claim my Ellevest account with Betterment? It left Ellevest out completely. Welcome, Ellevest community. Get started. It's talking about new. I want it. I don't understand what's happening, so this will just have to be another thing to look at. I am so confused. So confused. The page you are looking for does not exist. Okay, well, I will continue looking into that and the E-Trade thing. I don't know what's happening. And Stash. What joy this is bringing. Okay, that brings us to insurance. Oh my gosh, Progressive. Stop being mean to me. I know there's a point to two-factor authentication, but it's really freaking annoying. Okay. This is the full-time RVer insurance for my RV. I pay $125 a month. In this case, it's closer to being homeowner's insurance than vehicle insurance for my situation. So that's a payment of 125. And I have Progressive, A, because full-timer insurance, there's less good options, and B, because they work with USAA to provide insurance for USAA people, and I probably get a better deal than other people who go straight through Progressive. And yes, I have shopped my insurance recently. Car insurance. Right back over to USAA bills. I don't pay the 6-month premium because I'm doing the safe driver thing, but also because with the low amount of miles I drive, some months I save, so that comes off the monthly bill. Minimum $123.11. And then there is my lot rent at the RV park, which is $600. My phone bill is due. I pay annually with Visible. It's due in a couple. No, I guess it's due in a week. Time flies. We have temporarily suspended additional. So you can access without your phone. I'm on my phone. Also, you're texting me an email, so what are you talking about? Texting me a code. I just. Shush. Continue. There's a flying squirrel on the loading screen. In case you were wondering. I know my number. Oh no, I was right. 2 weeks. I feel like this is more expensive than last year. It's not a bad price. I owe them $275 in a couple of weeks, so that's something that I have to account for before I make a big credit card payment. Phone for year 275. I am going to go in and pause Audible if I can find how to do it, because they changed the whole app around that you can usually pause it for 3 months at a time. But first I have to use my credits to get the next few books in my series. So I use Audible plus catalog a lot, and then I let the credits build up so I can listen to my series that I'm getting in chunks. And I'm working on the Valdemar series and the Dragons of Pern series. I got stuck on Dragon's Blood because Todd McCaffrey won't let anyone license it, so then I have to read it in print. I'm a librarian. But anyways, what was I saying? Audible. Ooh. Manage membership details. Oh, there's pause membership right there. And I need to do it I need to use my credits in the next week, because you can't pause it while you have credits usually. But where's the actual amount of my membership? Let's just click on pause membership while I'm here. You have 4 credits. I know. I've been a listener since 2011. I've paused my account a lot during that time. Oh no, I do get to keep my credits. Okay. I'm pausing for 90 days right now. What I was thinking of, I had some credits that were coming up for expiration. That was what it was. That's its own thing. Okay, so that's Audible taken care of. What are my other recurring monthly costs? Let's go looking. Obviously, groceries. I'm saving a lot since I quit drinking soda. Did I miss any tabs? No. So I have my monthly subscription costs from Amazon, which I can change around some, but I do have to keep the cat food. But I started talking about Amazon, but I'm looking at Chewy first, which is where my cat medication comes from, which is an auto ship. Hi. Am I being weird? I'm sorry. Getting a look. So every 3 weeks, that makes the cost per month a little trickier. Ooh, let's cancel that auto ship though. Remove. Because that is not the cheaper place to buy this anymore. Why won't you just show me how much the auto ship costs? I know prices change, but this one is being processed. You know how much it costs. Okay, it's $32.29 and $29.44. So let's see. Equals $32.29. Oh, let's put that in parentheses. Plus $29.44. Close parenthesis. I swear I'm good at math. Every 3 weeks. I'm trying to get the monthly cost. This is definitely not the most graceful way to write this equation, but my brain is, which is why I'm laying down in the first place. So of course I'm doing my finances in math. So there's 52 weeks, so we're going to do times 52 divided by 3 times 4. That can't be right. Yeah, 4,279. That's not the answer. It's not the answer. It's every 3 weeks. But I'm trying to get the 4-week cost. Let's just put it in for now. I'm going to make a note. Every 3 weeks. 3 weeks. Check. We're going to run into the same problem for the cat food. Cat meds. I'm not putting my own meds in because I have an H. It's either an HRA or an HSA. The one that sounds right, that's not the one I have. Amazon. I will not be switching to a cheaper cat food. I am on the cat food I am on for reasons. Okay. Let's see. I always forget how to get to subscriptions. Because it's not in the one that makes sense. Okay. View your subscribe and save. $37.99 times 3 every 3 weeks. They discontinued the bigger bag. I'm still mad. Hill's Science Diet, I know that it cost you almost nothing to provide the bigger bag because you're still making the same food and you're still making other foods in the same bag and you just needed to switch things out and you decided not to, so screw you. Older cats deserve digestive cat care in big bags too. Where was I? 3 times 37.99 every 3 weeks. Y'all, I don't even know where I'm going with my life anymore. What are we even talking about? This is... oh my god. I just wrote those in the wrong spot. Hold on. Undo. Cut. And paste. Cut. And paste. Alright. So I have a column with my minimum payments and my monthly expenses plus the phone bill that's coming up. It does not have groceries in it. I am aware of that. Let's see. Equals sum of boop. Excuse me. Please don't be weird. What did that even... because I'm on sheets. Touch one thing wrong and you have to start over. Oh, and now you're not letting me have words again. Thank you. Equals sum D1 D4, because heaven forbid I touch and drag. That is not the sum of those numbers. You are... oh my god. You want me to put a freaking individual 0 in everyone I didn't use? I dislike you. I told you Excel was better than Sheets. Some of you believed me. I have some gaps that were aesthetic for me to be able to follow groupings. Teach me. And then some gaps because the savings account don't have payments. The end. D1 20. Enter. It's $2,376.81 that I owe in the next month. Yay! For reference, I get paid bi-weekly $1,284.54. On the one hand, that $275 is a yearly fee. On the other hand, yay! So let's take a look. Will you let me do it this way, or does Sheets not do that? Of course not. It's fine, I can type. Equals sum B1 colon B B B20 So if I pull my acorns, I've got $39.92.24 in savings. I'll probably end up pulling it, but we're gonna focus on the rest first. Not the $88.32 in my emergency savings account, because that needs to stay there and be rebuilt, much like the clutch assembly in my car. Should have been fine if it didn't require taking out the entire transmission. Would have been much cheaper. Some C1 to C20 and my debt, not including my student loans, which is probably about, oh, I'm sorry, Phoebe, there's a cat under my elbow and I just moved my elbow. My student loans are in the 40,000s, but like I said, going away, public service loan forgiveness. I've done more than 10 years. My debt. Oops, that 2044 doesn't go there. Silly 2044, you're an asset. Which increases my savings and investment that I can pull from to $4,012.68. That's not so bad. It's a $20 difference, but being on the other side of 4,000 just makes me feel better, I guess. Anyways, my total non-student loan debt is $47,913.70. But I want to look. Like I said, I'm not worrying about the RV debt right now. If I got everything paid off and paid off my RV early, great, but I'm not gonna focus on that right now. So let's look at just the 2 credit cards. Why are you being weird? Why are you being weird? You want me to put a bracket in front of it? That's random, but okay. The bracket doesn't seem to be helping. You said you wanted a bracket. Okay, you just starting over. C4 plus C6. Check. Well, that time it worked. My credit card debt is $27,150.57, which, incidentally, is a smaller number than the bid I just got for a custom desk from the library, because apparently somebody hated the way my desk looks so much that they went to the town manager to complain. And I finally said to the town manager, you gotta tell me what it is you want me to do. And she came over to look and she's like, oh, I want you to get bids on a better desk for your space. Except it's a historic building, so custom desks and everything's going great. Why do they cost so much? It's not my money, but I still like. Oh, hello, we have a visitor. Hello, Atticus, my catticus. You gonna show them your butt? You gonna show them your butt? Anyways, I'll make a plan and get back to y'all next time. Let's see if I can find the stop button.